Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mast, and welcome back to some more SMITE Conquest. Today, we're getting back to the A to Z. We're playing some Chulainn in the solo lane. Kind of a weird time to play Chulainn solo. Right now, I feel like a lot of people probably are aware. Why does it look like I'm running out of aggro? You guys see that? The circle. Hi-Rez, please. Oh my god, man. What is that? Is it because I stun with the one? Which we'll talk about later. Yeah, it was like, it didn't end up mattering, but like it was gonna de-aggro if I stopped hitting it. But like really late. I don't know. That was weird. Anyways, we're playing Chulainn. Kind of a weird time to play Chulainn. Normally, Chulainn is somebody that I would love to play. Solo kind of sucks right now, and there is a patch coming that'll help a bit. I don't think it matters a ton, but like actually, kind of the rare like Chulainn doesn't feel particularly good to play. Nice. We don't quite use our rage. But doesn't feel particularly good to play him in the solo lane at the moment, even though normally, most times, I get to just giga bully with Chulainn. Most metas, I am happy to play some Chulainn. And we have a DC. How lovely is that? Was it a rage quit? I don't think it was a rage quit, right? I think they just actually happened to DC. Hold up. Yeah, actually just happened to DC. All right, well, little bit of scuff. We'll be right back. All right, we good? Rama's back. Rama didn't get forced back by the game either, which is cool. Little baby bit of damage. Do I gotta make those noises in the A to Z? Is that gone too far? By the way, this looks all scuffed because of the pause. There we go. We're good. There we go. So yeah, we're playing a little Chulainn in the solo lane. Hopefully, I didn't prep for this. I play Chulainn, so I didn't really look through his abilities. Hopefully, I don't mess anything up when we talk about the kit, because like I have him diamond. He's one of my favorite warriors in the game. So I figured I didn't need to prep for this, but I might mess stuff up. I don't know. There might have been changes that I'm not aware of because I haven't been playing him lately. He's still got anti-heal. He's still got anti-heal. So yeah, let's start talking about the kit a little bit and the concept of the god and what he does. So the big thing for Chulainn, does not have mana. He has rage. Whereas we land abilities and as we take damage and as we deal damage, we gain rage. It starts at like 25 out of base. So like when you die or when you spawn for the first time, it'll be at 25. And it goes up to 100. And when you get to 85, you transform into your rage stance, which looks like this, where you get a separate set of cooldowns. It's like a unique little take on switch stancing for him, where instead of having an ability that switches his stances, his rage itself switches its stances, which means he doesn't run out of mana. You can just kind of cast stuff. You have cooldowns like normal. If you have that cooldown up, you can cast it. It does cost rage to cast it, but you mostly got to mess up real bad to not have rage since you start with that 25. So like if you just miss the abilities, yep, that's gonna do a little bit to you, Circuit. Might have gone a little deep right there. Early game towers, they do chunk a bit right now. They do chunk a bit. It should actually be nice though to get those beats down for our ultimate once we get it in our rage stance, since that's where our CC is for the most part. But yeah, the rage I think very, very cool. Generally speaking, the way this ends up working for him is taking damage will give him a little bit of rage, dealing damage will give him a little bit of rage. But the main thing that you're doing is you're hitting multiple enemies with abilities where minions are worth a little bit less and gods are worth a little bit more, and just trying to basically stack up enemies to hit. I'm just trying to keep him from backing a little bit. See if I can bully him a little out of this. So I can try and pull up the numbers for you guys. If you guys want to pause it, you can feel free to look. But normally our abilities are 9 rage. See if he goofs here. I don't think we can kill. I really want to try to kill. See if I can get him to push up a little bit. No, you're not going to do it? Okay. By the way, if we kind of like move around a little bit in the caltrops, I can build rage. I did it a tiny bit. I didn't really full commit to it. Yeah, I got a lot of rage right there. Yeah, normally these abilities cost 9, the ult costs more, the 2 costs more, but the 2 is kind of a different ability. We'll talk about that when we get to it. And then we gain quite a bit of rage from hitting multiple enemies. So we can gain, I'm trying to think, I think it's up to 15, right? Up to 18 off of the 1. So we can hit like 4 minions to get to 18, or we can hit like 2 minions and a god, if I remember right. And then similar thing for the 3. So like between the cost of 9 and the gain of 18, we can gain 9 per ability hypothetically, but we also might just land it and actually like land it on a god and technically lose like 1 rage. So it's a little bit funky. I'm not going to super dive into all of the math, but that's generally how it works. Hi. Can I help you? Get off of me. Get off of me. I'm scared. By the way, if you guys are wondering why we have Baron's Brew, even though I don't have mana, it's just good. It doesn't really matter. It's 150 for the chalice. It's worth It's just nice to have. All right, let's go back for an entire item real quick. Get our Glad Shield going. So I think with that said, we can actually talk about the actual kit and what we're doing. So let's start with the passive. Let's start with the rage itself and what happens. So like I said, we start with 25. We can get to 85, which is where we transform. You can go over that to 100. When you get to that 85, you start transforming. If you go under at any point, you will stop transforming. So it takes a few seconds to let you transform, and you got to hold on to that rage basically for that duration. So every once in a while, you might get in a spot where you want to not transform and you got to that threshold, and you can miss an ability or you can pop your 2, because your 2 is basically meant to like lose some of your rage. So that's a way that you can hypothetically detransform. Worth noting, and I will say, especially for anybody trying to learn the game, they might like not trust my opinion. Any pro player in all of SMITE, or at least any solo laner, which is the only role that Chulainn gets played in, will say, don't level your 2 in most circumstances until you literally have to. I'm just going to put, I talk about that sometimes in general when I play him because people like to do the opposite and they like to doubt me on it. It is the take. Don't disagree, okay? Dude, it is very rare that it's worth it. And the reasoning for it is really simple. The 2 is almost exclusively meant to not transform. And instead of just like dealing with that, instead of caring about that, you can just level up 2 abilities at once, since you're a switch dancer. So it's normally not that big of a deal. If you're playing Chulainn right, you should rage very often, transform very often. So it's normally not that important to hold on to the rage, and instead you can level not only an ability, but basically 2 abilities by leveling your 1, your 3, or your ultimate, if that makes any sense. So when we rage, we get a little bit of a shield, we get a little bit of a power boost, and we get move speed because it procs our 2, which I guess is enough to talk about the 2 a little bit. Our 2 is a ticking damage and move speed amp, where you give up a ton of rage at 16 rage in order to get that little bit of ticking damage and that little bit of move speed for 6 seconds. So when you're in your rage form, you just straight up get that. Naturally, since you're in your rage form, you're not losing rage or anything like that. You just kind of have that around you. But that little bit of damage we get from the ability, including whatever it's leveled at, which it just kind of does the base rank, by the way, if you're confused. Like, we don't have it leveled. It still does what it does at level 1. And we also get that little bit of move speed too, which is nice. And now I suppose we can start talking about the regular abilities and their various forms. So our 1 on its own, for the most part, is pretty simple. Generally speaking, this is basically just to do damage, but it's got some little additions to it as well. It stuns minions, which is very specific. It does, I think it's like a 2-second stun, right? Maybe it's a 1-second stun. It stuns only minions, doesn't stun gods. It'd be way stronger if it stunned gods. She's kind of feeling it. I don't know if this is it. I don't know if it's worth. But it does stun minions, which kind of helps a little bit with like clearing wave and taking a little bit less damage from wave. Every once in a while, it's actually something kind of worth thinking about if you're like low or trying to avoid taking minion aggro. Can you not? Can you please not? It's not that big of a deal. We got a lot of boys over here for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why they're doing this to me. Maybe they wanted to invade a blue buff and they can't. Yeah, it's got that stun on it. It's also got healing reduction on it. It's got 40% healing reduction. That you're applying as well, which is way more relevant. And in general, you'll get some matchups where like healing matters. Against Tsukiyomi here, healing's not really something we have to worry about. But like if we're against that Achilles and he pops his 2 and he's about to hit the minion wave and he gets a bunch of healing out of it, a lot of time it's a good idea to make sure that they're hitting him with the 1 right then to nerf his healing a bit. A lot of time it's not super relevant, but it's something to definitely consider. And other than that, it does 315 at max rank, which is actually quite a bit. And in the rage form, it's basically the same ability, but it roots. So it gets a little baby root on it and it does the same damage. So moving on to the 2, we kind of mostly talked about, we just talked about this. I was going to say, I thought I like hadn't finished it. I think I literally just finished it. I think we're just good. I think we're just good on the 2. We can talk about the 3. Stop it. We're going to bully. I don't really get to kill him, I don't think, but we're going to bully a bit. There we go. I actually did get to kill him. I didn't think I'd quite have the damage, but apparently we just do have the damage. So that's cool. I think Bluestone and Glad Shield are doing enough. So with the 3 changes a lot more than the 1 does. The 1 ends up being a similar line ability, where it's got a little bit more of a channel time, but like basically it's still a line ability in front of you at the same range and the same width and everything. The 3, we go from having a jump that is just a jump that has this sort of shape to it, this funky shape, where that entire shape does damage, and that's it. It doesn't CC, it doesn't apply debuffs or anything, it's just a jump. When we transform, we get that little dash, and the dash does like a knockback / stun, where we're basically like interrupting what somebody's doing and moving them and doing damage in the process. So much more aggressive than the normal stance 3. And then again, it does the same damage, which is 285 at max rank. Also worth noting, Chulaynn's got some okay scaling for a warrior. Trying to remember, are these both 60%? No, this is 50, I think, and this is 60, if I remember right. Which isn't like, it's not like assassin scaling, but it's pretty solid. Not bad at all. Hang on. No. Oh, wait, he actually got that. I might just be dead. Double root. I might not be dead. I think we're gonna turn the Circuit right here. Yeah, get him. Hang on. We're getting in there. Can I? Nice, we still got the one on him. All right, he's just gone. That's fine. Do a little invade real quick. Hell yeah. Yeah, look at how much rage I already have again, by the way. I legit, like, just detransformed. We didn't even get a big ult, and I'm just back up to 60. You should be raging a lot when you're in these earlier stages of the game where you're brawling around minions and stuff. It should happen a ton. It's pretty easy. In the later stages of the game where you're not farming as much, that's a big thing that makes it harder to transform. But in the laning phase, like, if you're playing Chulainn right, you're playing him aggro, you're brawling a lot, it's so easy to just go in and out of rage. It's not a big deal. So the ultimate for Chulainn is something that is actually the only ability where the normal stance version is better than the rage stance version, and it's not even very close. Normally, the thing that makes his rage stance stand out is you're amping up his abilities. His normal stance ult is actually one of the best ultimates in the game. It's really, really good. And the reason why is it does damage, it's huge, and it has a knockup that hits in the entire area. And knockup's basically the best CC in Smite, because once you're hit by a knockup, you can't beads to get out, you are just knocked up. So you have to react in advance to avoid the CC. And normally, like, it's not going to last as long as like a 2-second Emir stun or something, but the fact that you're just kind of in the air and you're stuck there and this is your life now, normally a pretty big deal. By the way, I have 3,700. We've been brawling so long. Let me back, man. I don't even know what I'm building this game. God, what do I build? I am typing random things. Hang on. I think Contagion's okay. I can't go Regrowth. I think Contagion's okay, and then we'll work on our magic defense. And then we'll go Blink, because Blink's a pretty normal, good Chulainn relic. Lets you get in there with your normal stance ult. Yeah, Contagion's not a great item right now, but they've got some CCs that'll proc it. It's not super ideal, but I don't really know particularly what else I'm building here. What else stands out that much? Wait, that didn't hit you? My totem. All right, come here. Yeah, we shouldn't particularly need cooldown too much. Cooldown's not normally that big of a deal on Chulainn because a lot of time you're just refreshing cooldowns as you rage and switching stances. So between Glad Shield giving us some other items that we'll probably pick up along the way, and then just our base warrior little cooldown buff, we're normally going to be fine. You don't really got to specifically build it on him. All right, I might not get this. He has way better secure than I have. We'll see if he tries to actually fight. Yeah, he's done? All right. Just kind of poked and dipped. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the ultimate, up to 445 damage at max rank, and then big knockup, and we also get massive potential rage gain out of it. Check this out. Yeah, so we're using 14 rage. We are gaining up to 36 rage. So really, really massive. Excuse me, sir. Really, really massive boost. We're also CC immune during our ultimate, and we're also CC immune in the rage version of the ultimate, which is important to keep in mind. Really good to use that as a cleanse in certain situations. Or not as a cleanse, because you can't cast it while you're CC'd, but as a, like a pre-beads, like an immunity. Are you going hard here, Circuit? She is going hard. Oh, okay. That's fine. No, that's fine. And we do a little this. There we go. He should not have hit me there. I don't think he thought that through. Yeah, naturally when he hits me there and he just teleports himself over and we just get to pull him out of his own tower, then it doesn't go as well. I don't think he was thinking about that. Or maybe he even hit me on accident. Yeah, I don't really get punished for that. Nice. Yeah, I was hoping, originally what I just wanted was to see, I called it kind of late. I was hoping Circuit would follow me and then we could just knock him up and kind of tank tower for a bit since I'm tanky as hell right now. Since I got almost 200 Fizz Prot and I was like full HP. That works too. Yeah, we talked about, I think, normal stance ultimate. I think we're basically good with that. You do also slow yourself a tiny bit while you cast it. It's not that big of a deal. If somebody is absolute max range and they're running away and you're running at them, but they're like technically in it, then it'll miss. It is basically all there is to it. It's not normally something you got to think about that much. All right, we're going to grab this. Probably just go like Spirit Robe, I guess. I'm just going to go, Stone of Binding's okay. Let's do Stone of Binding. It's going to be a pretty generic build on Chulainn. Cooldown's not super important. I don't know, some of the more like specific, unique warrior items that you might want on certain characters, a lot of time you don't really care. If you can get items like Glad Shield and Bluestone, they're great because he has a lot of abilities that'll proc those damage items. Other than that, we're just kind of building tanky for the most part, or building to counter their team. So, like, Contagion might get a little bit of value to proc. Stone of Binding, we might be able to proc a little bit, get a little baby bit of prot shred. Yeah, the last thing to cover, the Rage Stance ult, instead of having that knock-up, we instead have a Tremble, which only lasts for 1 second. So it's basically just worse. If you guys don't know what Tremble is, trying to think how to explain it. It just kind of makes you move a little bit weird. That's it. It's like a little baby slow, or like a baby intoxicate, like Bacchus has in his ultimate. Way weaker than the knock-up. However, you still get a potential CC immune, you get a giant AoE, and it still does good damage. So like it's a solid ability. It's just definitely not as strong as his normal stance ult. We're going to TP mid in a sec when we get this cooldown. It's going to be a big TP, I think. Because they got a lot of stuff going down over here. What's up? Oh, we don't get a reach, do we? I don't think we get a reach here ever. I wish I could have gotten my blink up in time, man. So close. That's too bad. Well, almost a massive rotation. But we might still get gold out of it. Because I still came all the way over here so we can try and get some pressure. Tsuku's going to get my tower. He also didn't kill my my Bastion, so he missed out on a bunch of money over that. He just straight up went for the tower, which I don't care. They can take my tower. You think I need that thing? Nice. Yeah, little Gold Fury in return, not bad at all. Honestly, Sue, I am so slow. That's stupid. Whatever, I'm back in. That stupid Gold Fury slow, man. Oh my god, it's so strong. Yeah, so that should do it for the kit. I think we're good. General concept to think about with Chulainn, especially as we're getting to this mid stage of the game where we got to start thinking about team fights, is a lot of what you do on this god is kind of similar to Hunbots, ironically, like a tanky Hunbots, where Blink is very good. A lot of the time what you're looking for is giant normal stance ult, and then use your abilities after, and then you'll still keep your rage unless you just absolutely whiff. You'll normally build the rage and then sustain your rage, and then you'll switch stance and you'll get a whole new set of abilities and you dump those two. So you're getting a big CC setup for your team to follow up off of, and then you're just entirely kit dumping everything you have. And normally that's really high impact. And if Chulainn is not doing well, normally it's either they're able to deal with that and just kind of disengage, or you're like not getting enough follow up off of your setup and stuff, and you're just kind of like, okay, I did a lot of my own, but then that's it, and then I'm kind of out, and then I de-transform and I have like nothing because your normal stance isn't that good aside from your ultimate. And then you're kind of underwhelming. So normally that's the big thing to look for with him. He's like fairly simple, where it's just looking for big initiations or big peel with the ultimate. And if you don't get to do that, then he's going to be kind of underwhelming. If you're just hitting like one person with ult a lot of time, it's not that big of a deal. Nice. Nice little pick in mid. Unless they're dying. They might be dying. I'm trying to get there, boys. Hang on. Papa might clean up. Oh, yoinked. I don't know if we get follow up. I'm just going to try. Oh, so close. Yeah. Here we... Oh, you get spooked? You getting a little spooked? Getting a little spooked, huh? I thought he might do that. I thought he might go for the big landing. Get off of him. Oh, God. All right, well, we're going to rage here. I don't know if it matters. Oh, yeah? Go back. Kill him. Get body blocked. Nice. I love this god, man. It's actually been so long since I played him. I've been staying pretty far away from playing solo lane warriors because at least in ranked, it just sucks. It feels like play well but lose game because don't do enough damage. But I love this god, man. He's by far one of my favorite warriors. I think his kit to begin with is cool, and then I really think the concept of rage is such a great concept. Like, rather than having a boring mana bar, have rage bar from Big Smash. Me smack people get mad. What we doing here, Suku? By the way, this lane's been a little bit weird because he's playing, like, it's pretty normal right now. It's fairly meta to play like a damage dealer in solo lane. Normally into other warriors, Chulainn's fine, but not necessarily great. It kind of varies. If you're able to get huge value out of your transforms, he can be pretty strong. But you're not necessarily able to. Some of the brawlier gods can still beat him in lane. But he's like a pretty solid warrior in lane for the most part. He's really annoying to gank if he has his ult up. It's so hard to deal with him. Okay, there is some stuff going down over there. We should maybe TP. I feel like I just farmed for Bluestone upgrade, though. Gonna try and do a little something here. Don't think we're gonna be killing. But I am gonna be bullying. because I take no damage for this. And then we push the tower. And then I'm not going to do the bastions. I'm just going to take it. Yeah, we'll just get rid of it. It's not too big of a deal. I'll seize my moment real quick. It is so nice to get the bastions if I can, but I don't really need the money right now. This isn't up? I thought it was up. All right, by the way, we're going to sell one of these soon so I can actually ward and be a teammate. I am not going to have these for 30 minutes. I'm going to make sure that I get rid of them. Nice. Okay, there we go. That's the blue stone that we need. God, I wish. I guess if I sit in base, I want to upgrade my TP right here. So we might sit in base for a second and TP over. And so I won't have wards, but TP will be good. I couldn't remember what they'd done to these. By the way, teleport on Chulainn. Teleport in general, I feel like has been getting, I mean, it's literally gotten nerfed recently. It's really good on him for the most part. Oh, we don't have wards to TP to. We're just TP in mid. We got 0 wards on this map. Zoom in. Oh, I'm coming. I think you're just dead as hell, but I'm coming. Look at this zoom. Oh, that's okay. That's some timing. You think I care? Murder your team. Well, that's unfortunate, but he's dead. Oh my god, please let me rage. Please let me rage. What? Who slowed? Okay, I think we're just dead. Nope. Okay. I tried to hit a hell of a juke, but I got body blocked. Yeah, unfortunate, man. Everybody just kind of died. I really wanted to get in and peel last second for Rama, and the moment I got in there, he died. That's too bad. I probably should have just left him be. They don't get fire or anything, though. It's okay. It's not too big of a deal. All right, what do we need against this team? They do have some CCs that we're absolutely proccing Contagion on right now, especially Kuzenbo 3 is a big one. And a lot of time he'll be throwing me into their team and pulling himself, like naturally he's pushing with me. So he's bringing that Contagion to everybody. So that's kind of good. Suku to a bit. Apollo CCs are going to be a thing. Yeah, I think Contagion's going to do pretty well here. We probably just straight up go Spectral. It's going to take a while to buy it, but just crit's going to be really obnoxious. So we'll be a little bit weak to Poseidon. It looks like that's fine too. I think Apollo's going to be slapping late game, so Spectral will be nice. And that'll basically do it. That'll pretty much be the build. Oh my god, I do no damage. The warrior life. I hope they bring back power on stuff like Glad Shield. Because it was like 20. Like, come on. 20 power is a joke. It's not a big deal. Give it back. You think I care about HP 5? I want to do damage, man. If I don't want to do damage, I'll pick a Guardian. And we don't count Kabrakan in that. They are really forcing a fight, and I don't think it's a good one. I'm kind of worried. Hopefully we don't end up throwing, just trying to force stuff. Because, like, I think they're going to need me there, man. All right, we do this. TP on back. Get a little something. I had to push out those minions. Those minions were so pushed up. This guy should be dying. Nice. Really good follow-up from Scylla. Oh, my God, man. Are you kidding? Come here! Please. Get kicked on! Oh. Wait, why didn't that Mez me? What? Did he miss? Did he actually miss? Damn, I'm so close to reaching the 2 there so we could stop that. Okay, I doubt we're getting to do fire here. Ironically, Nene Kappa gave me a bunch of rage right there. Getting buffed by the Kuzenbo. Okay, I don't think we get to do this. Not without the minions. Hang on. Little bit of rage. Little bit. Thank you. Yeah, always a really good idea to keep your eye on that. Damn, we're not really hitting the tower at all here. Please! So close to getting it off. Pretty sure this guy's got execute. I'm trying to peel, but I might die for the peel. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he still has that Achilles ult, so I'm playing a little bit spooked. Yep, he does. Saw that indicator for just a second. There we go. Oh my god, man, this is a spooky fight. Oh yeah? Oh, I get ult soon, Poseidon. What we doing? What are we doing? There's one dead. Hang on. Okay, we'll just peel. Jump it. By the way, that's one thing we haven't really seen this game. The 3's pretty good for juking abilities like that. Anything remotely readable. I think if everybody's down to back, we can just do FG. It should be pretty easy. Yeah, we've got like a fairly quick little up-down of a jump where you don't have a ton of range on it, but it's really quick to cast and really quick to land. So stuff like Sukutu, really good to juke. Anything that's kind of predictable. If you guys can just kind of see it coming and get that up over it, it's really nice. Some abilities aren't quite as good at that. All right, you boys ready? We committing? This definitely might not be free, but 2 of them are still spawning. Oh my god, please don't do the buff, man. This is such a classic right here. Oh my god, come here. Please. This is such a classic. We are pressed for time. It's incredibly important to do this as quick as we can, and they're just jungling along the way. You have to stop. It's okay. We didn't get contested. It's fine. That's so troll, man. I feel like so many people do this. Oh, I'm trolling. Whoops. I forgot. Spectral, I used to be able to afford Spectral here. They made it more expensive because they also buffed it. So I was thinking we get the entire anti-crit item right here, but not quite. Here, let me just see if we can split this. I don't need to take it. Oh, you're so kind. All right, hopefully nobody getting picked. We'll be coming. Yeah, nice, nice. We TP in. They just murder their team. Get them. Get them. What did I get hit? What? How did I rage? I mean, like, sure, that's fine. You are tickling me, Apollo. You gotta stop. 126 autos right now. I'm actually getting tickled. Okay, not getting executed would be good, though. Oh my god, that is ridiculous. All right, well, I think we win. Baby blink. Achilles ults down too, so I don't even have to worry about the execute. Oh god! Wait, Titan actually claps. I guess Titan doesn't have crit, huh? Nice. Oh, I'm so dead. Wait, no way. Okay, okay. Like, we stacked a little bit for that Kraken. No way we threw that, right? Came a little close to throwing right there. Nice, that was a good game. A rare good casual, man. Did you guys see that? I think everybody in the entire game played competent, and it just felt like a solid game. It wasn't a stomp in either direction. We just win. That's pretty cool. Love to see it, man. I hope more of these start happening. Super lucky for me that I got this on the first attempt at A to Z for Chulainn, because I was pretty prepared to start tilting and then just finally get one. Nice, good damage, by the way. Scylla actually popped off. Like, this damage is more meaningful than my damage because a lot of this came from lane, but this is what you tend to want to see on Chulainn. You want a really high damage Chulainn because you should be doing good damage in lane and then good damage late game as well. Getting a lot of work done with that switch stance and stuff. One ward placed, maybe could have been a bit better, but we got a lot of impact out of this pick and was able to frontline super hard. I take so much damage, oh my god. Taking a ridiculous amount of damage. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one.
I've been seeking for the glory. Say my name. And I've been trying to write my own story in the search for fame. I'm sitting here in this empty room. Walls keep tumbling down.